him busy, and he had a good win in the WBC International Silver about a year or so ago. He had a bit of a couple of niggling injuries, and a few fights with Liam Williams nearly came off. So I think it's unfortunate for Jason that he's caught JJ at this time, is my opinion, because I think he'll probably be looking to take some frustrations out. Wants to crack on, and definitely will be looking to accelerate his career after a bit of a slow last 12 months, to be fair to say. Having said that, Jason, seasoned pro, a couple of great wins over Tommy Langford, and went out and did himself proud against Jarrett Hurd out in the States last December. I don't think many expected him to last as long as he did, but he didn't just last, he gave him a good fight, clipped him a couple of times, and in the end just got clipped himself in the fourth round, and it came to an abrupt end, but did himself very proud and took the opportunity, and you can't knock a guy for going over there and test himself against the best. So you've got two guys, different stages of their careers, in my opinion, but I think both wanted to make an impression and kick on again. We'll start with Jason.
Well, I just want to say thank you for being on another good bill. So, obviously after my last fight, it didn't go my way, but obviously I'll give you 100%, and I've just took everything from that camp into this one, and knowing that obviously these young fighters, they're upcoming, and they want these belts. I've done the Commonwealth, the first vacant title I'm going to be fighting for, but it's something what I ain't been in before, an undefeated prospect. He ain't really fought no one yet. So he's got a big test ahead of his Saturday night, and I'm the man to be doing it. And I think obviously as long as I keep to the game plan, keep focused, it'll be an exciting fight. I expect an hard fight, but it should be a comfortable win for me if I turn up and health trained for this fight.
That's what we like to hear. JJ?
Thanks for having me on the show. I was here last time in Leeds, but I was fighting a local kid, so everyone went behind me. Hopefully we can get behind me this time, and it's going to be a great fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've had a bit of a frustrating year lately, and I can't wait to get back in there.
Thanks, JJ. It definitely will be definitely one to watch, and very much looking forward to that. For me, this next fight could still show. It's two guys who didn't have to take this fight at this stage of their career. We've always talked about it. We could have built it up for another year or so, but I made one call. It took me one day, ring around everybody, and there wasn't one negative response. Everyone said, "Yep, take it straight away." Leon Woodstock, Zelfa Barrett for the vacant featherweight, super featherweight Commonwealth title. Good job, you two, really. These two guys have, like I said, it's been long touted that they're going to fight each other. It was bound to happen at some point. I'm surprised it's happening now. I think as most people were when we announced the fight. But as the reaction on social media was that pretty much fair play to both lads for taking this step at this stage of their careers. We've got some great super featherweights in our stable. You look at we've got Archie Sharp. Who's fighting Jordan McCory. That's a natural fight for the winner of winner of this fight to fight the winner of that fight. They've got Sam Bowen and Anthony Kakachi fighting in August for the British title. So again, we've got some natural fights to make, all domestic based guys. But I think all six of those guys are capable of doing big things. But the winner of this fight on Saturday will be it's natural. Will be propelled quicker in their career than the loser will. It's just the way that things go. But and I really do think this will still the show on Saturday night. Don't know who to go to first actually. I think we'll go. Who lives the closest? We'll go to Leon first.
Alright, well, to start with, I just want to say Queensbury Promotions done it again. Like, the card that this is set up on is mad. Like, all the fighters, if you look on the talent's crazy. So if I wasn't fighting, I'd be looking forward to watching all these. So after the night, I can't wait to come back and have a look at some of these fights because it's wicked. In regards to me and the fight with Zelfa, I think it's going to be a really good fight. It's a fight that's been bubbling up for a while anyway. Again, I never really had a time scale when the fight would come about. I just knew when it did, I'd take it straight away, because if you look at my resume, I'm always fighting good fighters. I'm always in with good fighters. Like, if you started from Poole Holt, picked up the Midlands. Then straight after that, went in for the WBO against Craig Poxton. Had a run-out fight. Then I'm straight back in defending my title against Archie Sharp. Run-out fight. Now I'm jumping straight back in for the Commonwealth as well. And there's not many fighters that do it like that. And this is the way it should be done. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's all fun and games, man. I love it.
Thanks, Leon. Parrot?
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, happy to be back on BT Sport, and nothing against Josh or, you know, Barry, but I think our fight we'll steal it, man, you know.
100%.
Two young lions, man, we're both ready. It's just business. Like, people are excited for this fight than for the Warrington fight. A lot of people come up to say, oh, I can't wait till you fight, or he's a good fighter, you fighting. So it's a great fight, man. I'm excited. Normally, like, when you're fighting whoever, whatever, because it's Leon, I knew him from amateurs. He's a cool guy, similar guy to me. He's like, wow, it's a good fight, you know. I'm excited, man.
Super fight, man, for real.
I think, you know, it's refreshing again to see, you know, mutual respect between not just these two guys, but I think, you know, between JJ and Jason as well. You know, you don't need all the trash talk. You don't need all the bullshit sometimes that comes around it, and all the fake hype. Just respect, mutual respect for a great fight, and I think that runs through this card from top to bottom. And you know, I'm very proud of what we put together on Saturday night, and I think I don't think there's many people that can knock one bit of this card. So I'm very, very proud of it.
Oh, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars and title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.